you play these games to, not only continue to improve, but find out a little bit more about yourself as a team, some individuals, look at some different combinations. I thought our guys did a lot of good things tonight. We shared the ball extremely well with 21 assists, 32 baskets. That's fantastic. One of the challenges that we have offensively is just the being connected out there. So few guys, only Peyton and Terrence have played together ever, so that's a challenge. But we took a step forward in that today. I thought we rebounded the ball very well. So some of our key points, playing with great intensity, rebounding the ball, defending for the most part was okay, but also sharing the ball and being unselfish. Everything we do is based on 5 guys working as one. So I thought we did a good job today. Give them credit. Sometimes these games are tough to play. You don't know exactly what they're running. They ran something that we hadn't even worked on or anything like that. Our guys kind of fought through it a little bit. Matchups are difficult where you have big guys guarding perimeter players. But for the most part, very pleased. We'll take the film, break it down, and hopefully continue to move forward. It's a process, but the guys embraced this week. We played like we practiced this week, which was very competitive, great energy, and very unselfish.
Coach, you've had a close scrimmage, and now you've had tonight's exhibition. What have you learned about your team?
We got a long way to go, but they responded well this week. I wasn't happy with our defensive effort or our transition defense in particular this past weekend, and I thought we did a much better job of that. 15 turnovers is too much, too many. But at the same time, I thought we did a better job for the most part. Malik struggled a little bit in some of the action, so he had 1/3 of those. So we'll tighten that up because he's too good of a player to do that. So we're starting to get a little better feel for how we need to play. 25 practices is really not enough to get a really tight system in place. We know where we want to get to. We just got to keep working on it. But I liked the unselfishness. I liked our rebounding today, which I think we can become very good at because we can rebound from every position, and that's big for us. I liked, again, I saw some extra passes and unselfishness, and we got some guys that, if they do what they're supposed to do, can put the ball in the basket a little bit. So we just need to keep highlighting those positives.
Coach, 8 of your players got 20 minutes on the court. Is that more of you kind of getting to know them and seeing them, or is that some plan you want to keep?
Well, I think our depth, we're going to have to utilize our depth just due to the fact that I think we need to play so hard every possession, to be honest with you. And so the minute, sometimes that's going to be 3 or 4 minutes, as hard as you can, and then we get a sub in for you. Because I just don't think we're at a point as a program where guys can ever rest or go 75% when they're on the court. I think we need to be 100% flying around defensively on the glass and even offensively. So I think our depth is going to be something that we're going to have to utilize this year.
Coach, Alexis Yetna didn't play. What's his status?
Alexis is an academic full qualifier, okay? Our compliance department is currently working with the NCAA on a delayed enrollment issue, okay? So he continues to excel in the classroom, has been one of our, if not, he's our leading rebounder in practice right now. So he's been unbelievably consistent in practice. And he's got a bright future, but right now we're working with the NCAA on that.
And
Jiggets didn't start. He was banged up a little bit, missed a couple days of practice. And again, if you miss practice, you don't get to start. Again, it's not who starts, it's how we play together as a team, and that's something that, to be honest with you, we got to learn as a program. It's not who's starting. It's what's best for the team, because sometimes you may bring guys off the bench because some guy might perform a little better as a starter, even though that guy off the bench might be playing better. We have to make sure that we eliminate all the stuff that isn't important in this program. And starting isn't important. It's, how we're playing and competing as a team. And that's just something that, again, that message is clearly sent, and it takes time for guys to embrace that.
TCM looked like he had some kind of lower leg issue. at
Cramp.
one point.
He just
Oh,
cramped
cramp.
up. Yeah. He's 35 years old. He gets a little, but, again, you look at him, I thought he did a great job defensively in the second half. I thought he did a really good job the second half for us defensively, and then, made some plays at the basket. He's just a competitive kid, a tough kid, kind of that glue guy that can do just a little bit of everything. And he's getting in better shape and getting a little more comfortable. So I was pleased with how he played. I think he had 3 defensive rebounds for us, 7 assists. That may be a career high for him.
Now, a week before you officially open your home season, what adjustments are you going to make in a time where you have to
We got to tighten up our defense, our on-ball defense, guarding the basketball. So much of the game today is a spread court with a lot of driving lines, driving opportunities. We got to become tougher on the ball, and then also shrink the court off the ball where we're in gaps and showing help and different things like that. Our ball screen coverage tonight wasn't as good as it needs to be. We need to tighten that up. And again, I mentioned, 15 turnovers is probably, too many. The other thing, and I know the fans will enjoy this, guys will be shooting a lot of free throws tomorrow. Because we chart, in this day and age, you chart and statistically analyze everything, and I think we're shooting about 81% from the free throw line in practice. That's the whole team combined. So you usually shoot 5 to 6 percentage points less in a game. So we got to be between 75 and 80, but we need to have that transfer from practice onto the court. And again, first time out there, guys rushed a couple free throws. But Jiggs, who is, tremendous from the line, was 4 of 7. I see him shooting 85% or better this year.